Hello, I'm Mal, and welcome back to the Wasteland 2 Early Access Beta. From the last time that you've seen anything in this series to now, a lot of things have happened, so I thought I would start here on sort of the global map. And just briefly, you can look at all the areas that I've already been through, and this doesn't count all of the random encounters of which I've had significant ones. So what I want to do in this video is sort of just give you a team update, and that I want to show you also a couple of things that I hadn't noticed in the first couple of videos in terms of weapon modifications, which are much more fully fleshed out now. So I wanted to show you that in detail, and then show you the team. Okay, so that's what will be in this video. So basically kind of an update and the weapon modifications. And then in the next episode, we'll jump into a new location, which will be this Levelupe mine, or however you want to pronounce this. I may be butchering it, who knows. In any case, this is where we'll be going next. And as you can see, the team is sitting right outside of it. The story here is that the team got a call, obviously from Vargas, and there's some miners trapped down in this mine. And you go in and speak, and initially to the people right outside. They hand you some blasting caps and say, "Hey, you got to get these to the trapped miners down there so that they can blow their way out from behind the rubble and get out of this collapsed tunnel down in the mine." And it's supposed to be filled with all kinds of, as they call them, nasties or baddies or whatever. So that's why they called in the Rangers. Okay, so now let's take a look at. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get out of that. Alright, let's go down and, well, first we'll take a look at the team, and then we will look at weapon modifications. So, let's do this by skills. I think that's the easiest. Okay, as you can see, I'm now, let's see, between 11, looks like level 11-ish for the core group. And then Angela is 18, because obviously when you get her, she's level, I think, 14. So I'm around a level 11. I've done most of what I've done in previous playthroughs at this point in terms of locations, with the exception of the Rail Nomads, so I will still be doing that. And I may or may not do it on camera, but just to give you an idea of where I've been to gauge sort of the experience. There's been a lot of random encounters included in this, including some really tough fights. So let me take you through this. Let's see. Here's my leader, right? My guy here, Mal. So now that I have a 6 leadership, go down here. Rogue chance now on the NPCs is 0%. And so far, I haven't seen a bug yet where they actually still go rogue. It hasn't happened. So that does seem to be working as function. It also gives you chance to hit bonus. That starts to be pretty significant as you increase your leadership skill. So everyone gets a bonus to hit, including the person with the leadership skill, which is pretty cool. Okay, as you can see here, I do have Vulture's Cry as well. I picked her up in High Pool, so she's sort of my secondary sniper. Alright, now let's go through the skills real quick. Here's my leader. I am using shotgun and handguns. On him, I focused on one social skill, which is hard ass, and that seems to be sufficient so far. And I have used it a couple of times, and I like to use it. It's more of a kind of a flavor thing, because the whole role-playing aspect of it. So I like having the option of using it. But this is a pretty well-designed RPG, so there's typically multiple ways to solve something. So with hard ass, it might save you some time in a fight or what have you, but you can always like smack somebody around if you need to. Oh, you know what? Let me put this weapon down here on her. Okay, now let's see. I still tend to be using my handguns on my leader more. I got these 38 revolvers off of some random encounters, more difficult random encounters, and I have to tell you, if you can get a hold of these things, I don't know if that's going to change on another balance pass or what have you, but at least in this area, this stage of the game, 38 revolvers do a ton of damage. As you can see, they have armor penetration 3, and they're using 38 cal ammo, which is cheap and readily available. So these guns are awesome. I've been playing around with the shotgun, and as you modify the shotgun, it becomes more useful, but it's still not... I guess I haven't been able to get a really good shotgun yet. So damage-wise, it's still kind of lackluster. But I'm sticking with it because I like the area effect and the cone damage, and we'll see more of that in the next episode. Alright, so next character real quick, we've got Sarah, our primary sniper, and again, you know, real simple here. Ton of sniper skill, offhand, with handguns, and she really puts it down now with the sniper rifle. She's got a decent one now, this G43W, and it is modified for extended range with the tactical scope, so she's putting it down. Alright, let's go to the doc. Doc's got 5 blunt weapons, 4 surgeon, 4 heavy weapons, 3 field medic, and 1 mechanical repair. Now, I do have this M2 heavy weapon, which you can buy from the vendor right outside the Citadel. At least in this version of the beta you can. And I have not run into any other heavy weapons. So even though I've fought some people that had heavy weapons, I've yet to have one as a drop, so this was a purchase. And I haven't really used it yet. What I have used, which I've never really used in the past to any degree, has been grenades. At 30 to 40 damage with a 3 meter radius, and then armor penetration of 10. I mean, they really turned the tide in a couple of hairy fights that I had. And I think I had 4 or 5 grenades at one time, so I've been using them. They are really powerful, especially at this stage of the game. So I used to just sell them, but if you're gonna have a heavy weapons guy, you don't want to be selling the grenades. Their availability is not that great from vendors. They're hard to find, and they definitely are worth keeping. So bear that in mind. Okay, Arlo, our roguish kind of guy. He's using submachine guns. I do now have this Uzi 9mm. Terminator reference. And it's pretty good actually. Range, of course, is the biggest issue with the Uzi or with the submachine guns. But damage-wise, it's pretty good. Now, the primary advantage for me has been having someone else with a different ammo type. And originally I had him on some 38 caliber based submachine guns, and then just recently switched him to this Uzi. But I'm not getting a lot of ammo drop for it. So the ammunition I do have is all ammunition I bought from vendors. So, well, it's nice to have everybody on a separate weapon type with a separate ammo type. The reality is, if you don't get the drops, it doesn't always work out the way you think it's going to work out. So I'm making the submachine gun works. It seems to be pretty good, but what I would say is don't necessarily give somebody a weapon type just because you're concerned about ammo. And I've seen that posted a lot, and even I have theorized that oh, you should have a shotgun guy and a submachine gun guy or whatever. If you look at my old playthroughs, you can have people with several assault rifles, and you can make it work. So don't feel like you're locked into having one of each, okay? But this is an effective weapon. It does do decent damage, and this one in particular has armor penetration 3. Seems to be holding up pretty well. Alright, let's go to Angela. Alright, now Angela has, as she's the only assault rifles person I have in this group, she actually has an M16. And as you can see here, the green highlighted text here, she's got 108 chance to hit, 32 meter range. Let's take a look here. At the bottom, you'll see the blue text. Okay, so barrel, long barrel. You'll see what its effects are. It has a scope on it, and it has a sturdy magazine. Okay, now normally there's like a 3% chance to jam on this. Because it has a sturdy magazine, it's not going to have any chance to jam. Now I don't know if they're going to change this or what have you, but right now that's the case. And it is important. Weapons do jam fairly frequently. If you come back up here to the Uzi, it had a it had a 5% chance. And just to give you an example, in one fight, it jammed twice. So, and when it does, you have to use your, I think it's 6 AP to clear your weapon, and then, you know, essentially reload. So once I put the 15% minus jam here, that didn't sound right. Once I put the sturdy mag on here that reduced the jam by 15%, then this weapon became a lot more effective. So I will tell you that beyond buffs to hit and all that, don't miss things like magazines, which can, you know, reduce or remove chance to jam. Huge buff for that. Okay, let me go back here and let's look at this M16 again. Now, if you right click on a weapon, any weapon that has this little plus cross on it now is modified. So let's, you know, so here's the ranged weapon again. You can see the blue text at the bottom. Now let's look at this wrench. You can see the blue text at the bottom. Grip tape, -1 attack AP, and light weights, +10 chance to hit. Now, it says that it's AP 4 melee attack. It's not accounting for that number. So it's not accounting for the -1 attack AP for the grip tape. So you're talking about a 3 AP weapon that can do 5 to 14 damage with a 14% crit chance, with ×3 damage and armor penetration 3. I'm telling you, it's absolutely ridiculous how good it is. So make sure that on your melee weapons, particularly blunt weapons, you get this grip tape as soon as you can. Alright, now, Mal, well, how does all that work? Great question. And I always get great questions from you guys. So the way it works is, if you right click on the weapon, it's going to bring up this interface. And you're going to have these, well, some weapons have, you know, 2 boxes, some have up to 4. Okay, and they have these different categories. So you, like in the example of the assault rifle, or most rifles, you're going to have a barrel slot, you're going to have an under barrel slot, you're going to have a scope slot, and you're going to have a mag slot. So as you get various items, like as an example here, a high-powered scope, you can obviously set it in this box. And I'll show you real quick how this works. Let's see here. Let me go to remove. I have 100% chance to remove this because I've got weaponsmithing up to 5 on Angela. So I'm going to say yes. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. And now you can see we don't have that sturdy mag in, so now we have a 3% chance to jam. We're like, well, we don't want that. Let's fix that. We shouldn't have taken that off, right? So right click, attach mod, put it here, say yes, right click again, and here it is. Hover over, no chance to jam. And that's how that weapon modification system works. So I hope that you know, you like this more kind of in-depth on just this change, because I thought that this was pretty significant. So as I played with this more, I really thought you guys would want to see it. Let's take a look at this blunt weapon here. You've got grip, and you've got weights. And so you've got different kinds of things that you can put in here. Lightweight gives you more chance to hit, and I think you can put heavies on it so that you hit harder and do more damage or what have you. But weapon modifications do make a huge difference. So don't ignore them. They've really made weaponsmithing worthwhile. And one of the things that I did, since Angela already had a 2 weaponsmithing, is I've been investing pretty much all of her points in that. I kind of wish that I hadn't done that, quite frankly, because I wish I had a higher weaponsmithing, and she doesn't get very many skill points per level, so it's getting difficult to raise it. And what you can get from, and I'm going to show you that real quick. Let me put this weapon here. Okay, let me show you that real quick. So remove. Okay, so when you strip a weapon down for parts, it tells you exactly what you have a chance of getting. So if I strip down this hunting rifle, I have a 50% chance to do a sturdy mag, and 50% to do junk weapon parts. Junk weapon parts are actually worth a lot of money at the Citadel when you sell them to the sergeant, the quartermaster. So it's not like those aren't good. They are. But obviously you want to get your mods as well. Now, okay, we got it. Great. Requires 1 weaponsmithing, not a big deal. Requires 3 weaponsmithing. Okay, this tactical scope that she's got right here, right? Let's take a look at this M16 again. Requires weaponsmithing 5 for the high-powered scope. So see, these bigger, more powerful mods, not only your chance to get them is going to be based on the weaponsmithing, but applying them as well. So, like I said, I kind of wish I hadn't put weaponsmithing on her. Though you could argue that I guess the counter argument to that is that was the best use of points since she already had a 2 in weaponsmithing. I wouldn't have someone else wasting 2 points. I'm telling you, if I had to do it over again, I think I would just waste the 2 points and put it on someone else so that I could have a higher level of it. Who? I'm not exactly sure. But in any case, hope you guys like this really close look at the team, so that you have an update on the team, where we're at, where we're going, and I hope you really thought that the weapon modification stuff was cool, because I certainly did. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one here, and we will be going into the mine here in the very next episode. So I hope you stay tuned for that. As always, I appreciate your comments and feedback. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Mal, and I will see you later.